Welcome. This is Alice. I'm the author of Own Your Power Day by Day, a wonderful book that took me 20 years to release. I'm going to comment from it today at the end of the broadcast and just give you the lesson that August starts with because it was brought to going through the process of having a energy vampires single day. So there's a different subject for every single day, one, two, 3 pages at the most, and you get uh, it gives you a jump start on the day, and it gives you a fantastic way to bring yourself into the spiritual realm. Right now, I'm going to continue how past lives influence your lifetime. And the gal is Erin Rose Poe. I met her because I knew her mother first, and Susan Poe. I'm sorry, Susan Roselle. And I am going to uh, ask for a in general for her and just see what comes forward. Erin, I would greatly appreciate any feedback you will give as to what I bring forward for you. So, okay, Erin, the first past life that I saw pretty distinctly was a teacher, and I'm going to say, in a one room schoolhouse. It could be Pennsylvania, could be elsewhere, but it feels like Pennsylvania because there's a lot of beautiful greenery. There's mountains, and it maybe the villages kind of in northern Pennsylvania area where there was a proliferation of one room schoolhouses. Um, they had a uh, they try to make them no more than a mile apart so that no child had more than a mile to a school. And I see you very, very engaged. You have probably 10 students. Um, you have a young man that you love, end up marrying him. Uh, and you stay in teaching, it feels like you drop out just for a very brief time to have a family, but you stay in teaching the rest of life. You have a way of reaching through the ages so that no matter from the very youngest to the very oldest, there's a spread of like to 10th grade. Um, they find a way to engage and you to give them, your own attention and to have them understand the lesson because you build on the lesson and you start out with a lesson that is suitable for the youngest and then move through the interim and then move to the older and the oldest. Um, the children are children of farmers for the most part. Everybody around there is involved in either dairy or agriculture of some sort, and um, they're very respectful of you, and so you have a very it's a very happy lifetime for you. And let me just see if there's anything else in that lifetime that needs to come forward for you. This is interesting. I sense that I after a while, I don't see your husband. So it if he's there, he goes away for long periods of times. It could be that he's trader of some sort, and so that as he trades goods, he's gone for long periods. That necessarily make you happy, but you manage to survive because of the help that you get from the community. Let me just see what else wants to come in for you. All right, this is a lifetime, and the sense I have with you there is it's Native American, and you're leaning over a fire, and you're mixing a concoction of some sort, and you have another smoky that you're basically into making herbs and potions and salves and things to help the village. Uh, Not only are you the wise woman of bringing the, let's say, the villagers together in the sense that you can, if there is a dispute, you can find a way to have the natives make cohesive decisions simply because they give you give you a lot of credence, and they I'm kind of seeing you at the end of your life in this time. It seems you never married, you did love someone, you lost him very quickly. Um, didn't you dedicated your life to the welfare of the village, and the the setting is such that I really don't see any. It's not a warlike tribe, so there's not a whole lot of friction in that sense. Um, but there is a cohesiveness in the tribe, and you're part of that cohesiveness. You bring a beautiful um, thing of an ability to mediate and to negotiate and to have your words be heard almost on another level. It's like you were taken, the only way I can describe it is out of body when you sit in um, in with the peace pipe and you bring forth the counsel that you wanted to bring forth for these for the group. So it's a very influential lifetime, even though the influence doesn't go beyond the village. But you're held in high esteem, and you're very highly revered. So let me just see if anything else wants to come in for you. All right, this is interesting. Um, this is during Prohibition. It's in the Flapper area. And I think this is a lifetime where you want to experiment uh, just with being. absolutely flighty and in the moment and just being very uh, you're a flapper. You have chosen a lifetime of kind of I'm not going to say it's just that you really live in the moment and you dance, you laugh, you smoke, you drink. You don't really have much care about doing anything uh, to help humanity. So I don't want uh, I don't want you to feel like you wasted that life. You certainly didn't. Uh, you just got the pleasure out of life, and you decided that this was something that you were going to experience in a very big way. I think the other lifetimes were very the other 2 that I saw were very filled with responsibility, and in this lifetime, you didn't have a care in the world, because you really didn't care, about anything other than immediate gratification, and so and that's a choice that we make for ourselves. So, hopefully, and you can see the balance to the lifetimes that you were given. But, would love like I said, would love to hear your feedback on it. And now I'm going to go to another gal, Ingrid Peterson, who has wants a general past life reading and pertaining to what is most beneficial to me now. And effectively, Ingrid, that's generally what I get is the lifetime that is influencing this lifetime. So, uh, but in your case, uh, well, this is interesting. What I'm getting for you is the lifetime that's most beneficial. Just using your words, most beneficial to you now is a lifetime where you were um, given position of authority over an entire abbey. You were the abbess. You were the head of a group of nuns. And the sense that I have is that they were associated with the Benedictines. And you prayed a lot in that lifetime. Uh, you rose through the ranks because even as a child, you had a sense of prayerfulness. You had a sense of wanting to serve the God that made you. You had a sense of being grateful for um, so many blessings in your life and so many things that made you uh, gratified. Uh, I feel in that lifetime, the way was paved for you in terms of who stepped down and how people got out of the way for you to ascend to the position of power that you did because you had it's not that you were overly strict, but you had a no nonsense approach to running the abbey. Um, and you expected complete devotion, complete dedication, and not much, you didn't tolerate a whole lot of complaining. And as a result, the but what you did do, which I see was very beneficial to you, is that you were able to size up each novitiate that came in, and you found the job that interested her. So you put each person in charge of a job that would make them feel very gratified. and make them feel like they were going to be uh, happy in what they were doing. So it would, and at that time, this could have been as early as the 1300s. There wasn't much turnover in the abbeys because the a religious devotion, and I mean there were different women that went into the convent for different reasons. Some of them were escaping um, what would have been in their minds a bad marriage, a disastrous marriage, because their parents wanted them to marry somebody that they didn't want to be with, so then it was running away. In your case, it was a, you had a very clear idea of what you wanted, and you wanted to serve God in every aspect of your life. And so I feel that that lifetime is one that you can call on right now to help you with the mission that you've chosen for yourself. And in every aspect of the life that you want to live, and exactly what you want your life to look like at this time. So it's it's a very gratifying life. It's a life filled with self satisfaction, and yet you're not abusive in it. You don't let the power that you've accumulated go to your head in a sense that you just become hard to live with, and that your decisions become irrational. So I feel uh, you're very good in that lifetime. You're very well suited for what you've done. Let me just see if something else, another lifetime, wants to come in for you. That's also influencing this lifetime and is beneficial. All right. Another lifetime came in where you're um, stuck in a situation where you really have to forgive the person that you're with. Something happened. I'm not being shown exactly what happened, but something happened to where you're being blamed for the actions of another person. And as a result, because you're being blamed for it, you you're a male in that lifetime, and I'm just seeing you like a little boy, but it could be that uh, all right, this is the image that's kind of forming in my mind, that you've taken your brother fishing with you, and your brother, and you were told to take care of him, but the sense that I have is you're about 8 years old, so you're not very old. And the sense that I have is that your brother slips and is taken away down a stream of water and drowns. And so they find his body, but they never kind of get over the fact that you were supposed to take care of this child, and that they felt that you did something negligent. So in that lifetime, there's always that undercurrent of not hatred, but blame is the only way I can put it. Blame, blame, blame. And you know positively that you did nothing to that child that could have been prevented, because even as you were holding his hand as you were coming across a group of stones to get to a portion of land, he puts his little foot out and slips, and there's nothing, and it happens so rapidly, and the current is very rapid, so there's nothing that you could have done to have saved him without basically ended up drowning yourself. So um, that's a lifetime where you really have to get over, and like I said, get into forgiveness. We will wrap up,
Uh-huh.
and
We have two people in YouTube
okay,
that they want also the past life readings. So these are the names, and we will do in the next segment.
okay, all right. And the anyway, I do have Elizabeth Gatt too.
Oh, yes,
Okay, so I think in the third segment, I'll limit it to one lifetime because I'm running overboard. I'm running out of time. So anyway, the I take the Breshne with if well, okay.
And Lauren Rich.
Okay. Anyway, I do appreciate you being here, and we will see you in a few minutes. Thank you.